welcome to the next episode of this Live Large vlog. Just to say, if you haven't seen 1 to 5, go ahead and watch that on the YouTube channel. I really should learn the address. I can actually tell you what the address is, but it'll be tagged on to the end of this film, so go and cop that. I am here with not only someone I would really consider a friend, but somebody who is an inspiration, not only to myself, but I'm sure to many other people out there. And if you want to introduce yourself.
Benjamin Johnson.
That's like government name.
Yeah, full name. That's me now. Since I turned 30, I'm like, I don't know what alias is. I just want.
Well, I'm gonna say it, Baller B.
Baller B.
You know my name is Baller B, but this is Benjamin Johnson.
Like,
you know what I mean?
He's the inspiration as well, man.
Nah,
you're the OG.
This is about you today. So I met this Benj probably, it must be 25 years now. No, 20 years?
Yeah, long.
At least 20 years ago now. Young up and coming DJ in the game, full of beans. That ain't changed. Bit of energy about the place.
Always.
And just wanted to get on and live his life and just be accomplished in whatever he's doing. Always worked hard. And now we're going to touch on a few bits. So I know you've had a few roles.
Yeah, you can
life.
say that, roles, yeah.
The first one I want to tap into is what I originally know you for, which is music and being a DJ. So you started way back when?
Way back, yeah. Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, we was actually talking about it on the way here.
Yeah, so long ago. I was thinking about it because I turned up to a gig and I get to the DJ booth and it's just vinyl. And I was a new school DJ and I was like, I ain't really touch vinyl. And it was like, and you was playing before me and you was like, you got needles? So I was like, and you let me borrow your needles, man. I was like, yeah, you put me on, you showed me, and I was like, jeez. Yeah, way back, jeez.
So your musical career, because some people might not know you for that.
Yeah, true.
But you've had quite a good
man, done some bits, not some bits. Done a couple of bits, man.
So humble. so humble.
You weren't there.
Because you...
Yeah, I know, they used to call me Baller, but it wasn't like for flexing, just for basketball.
Yeah.
It was like, you know. But yeah, I guess.
But you're super humble because you've done bits that... I've had quite a long DJ career, and I've done bits that I'm quite proud about, and I'll put it out there. But you've done bits.
Done a couple of bits, man. Done a couple of things. Couple tours, couple bits.
You don't even want to talk about
it. Yeah, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want the CV? You want like the CV?
Yeah, let's have a little rundown.
I started DJing in Burton, just in Bar 15 was the place that gave me my first. They were like, yeah, cool, you can play rap music on a Sunday night, and I was like, yeah, cool, I'm down. Like no one came, but it was fine. I like really worked on my craft, and then I was a teacher, same thing, you know what I mean? We'll be relating that sort of like working with misunderstood youth, just DJing at the weekends. Got a little residency in a little bar in Burton. Then I met Example. I met him just through a brethren who did a video for him, and I met him, and then I don't even know. Oh, it was Blackberry Live and Lost. So they gave him a Blackberry and £20, and he had to like get around the country and like use his phone and just his fans and just like stay at people's houses and get like lifts everywhere.
Bit like that hunting program.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So then it was like Twitter days. So then I need Twitter still, I think I just don't use it. But yeah, it was like we was on Twitter then days, and he tweeted, I'm in Birmingham tonight. Come, like I'm gonna throw a party. He's in this big house. He's like, I'm gonna throw a party. No one's at this house tonight. So I just hit him up. I was like, yo, if you want me to come play some tunes, let me know. And he like tweeted out, needed decks. He got decks. He hit me back and was like, yeah, come through, man.
Oh, sick.
So me and my brothers, we just rolled, and I was teaching PE at the time. I had double PE first thing next day. Yeah. And we really just rolled anyway, like a Tuesday night to Birmingham, and ended up DJing in the kitchen till like 4 AM. It was,
see, that's the thing. It's like people think that DJs has got this nightlife. Not all of us are that privileged.
You have to wake up in the morning.
Not to have the day job and just do the night things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It took a minute for that.
Yeah. That daytime, got to pay those bills as well.
Yeah, man. That's the thing. Like, DJs don't get them props. Like if you're a DJ, like you're doing it for the love of it, like not because it pays. Like obviously you get paid, but it's like.
Yeah, but not when you first start.
Not when you first start. You always got to pay people to play.
Yeah, some people trying to offer you like the £25, like £50 to come and play.
Yeah, we'll give you 5% in the bar.
And you just take it just because you want to play music.
Yeah, man. I remember I played some like to no one and just had the best time still. Do you know what I mean? That's when you enjoy it. But yeah, I just did that. Went back to school in the morning, like 8 AM, did double PE, and then about 2 weeks later my phone rang and it was him. He was like, yo bro, I'm going on tour and I want you to DJ in between the acts. There's like me, Wretch 32, someone, and I want you to, he said, because the party was so dope the other night and you played like all my favourite tunes, and I was like, oh wicked, like, we were just jamming. And I was like, yeah, cool. And he's like, but the only thing is like, I can pay you like £50 a show, but you have to drive yourself every gig. Yeah, you got to put up yourself in a hotel. And I was just like, in my head, I'm just like, I'll just sleep in my car or whatever. Like, I'm down. I had to say, I just said yes. Yeah, I just said, I was saying yes to everything anyway. So I was like, yeah, man, of course. And then he hit me up about half an hour later. He's like, I just spoke to my manager. We got a bigger bus. We want to bring you on the bus. We got a bigger bus. Just, I was like, oh shit, like, oh, you swear on here, sorry. yeah. I was like, wow, that's crazy that like, but anyway, yeah, so the next day I just went, quit my job. I was just like, yo, I was just straight up. I was like, yo, I got this phone call last night from this is the deal. They were just like, go, like, we don't want to keep you here. So yeah, I just started doing that. And then that was mad, yeah, we just started playing like, I was like, which was crazy because I was playing like literally down the road in like a club. Most people I ever DJ for was like 200 people on that busy night. Like when I got like the bank holiday Sunday or something, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden,
so you went from 200 to...
Yeah, 2,000 at least. At least first gig was at least 2,000, and then it like by the end of it was playing arenas, which is like crazy. But yeah, it was mad, man. It was, and then from that just hustled really just for a bit. Did a few guest sets, Radio 1, Rinse, all them bits. Yeah.
So you've done bits. I noticed he missed out the whole part of travelling the world. That was the touring. Yeah, that was the touring. That worked just in the UK. Let's not get it twisted. This guy's been worldwide. It's like I've been to countries where you've either just left or you're coming in after me.
Yeah, that's happened a couple of times.
We've just like missed each other by dates.
Yeah.
Do you know what
I remember I thought I was going to be in Abu Dhabi and you was out there, but I wasn't there for long. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. First time getting that call, like, oh, we always come play tunes, and it was Mallorca, BCM, and I was like, mad. And I was like, I just had to roll by myself. Like none of my brethren could afford to. You know what I mean? It's like none of my brethren couldn't afford to come while they was working. And I was just like, man, I just got to go by myself. And I remember it just being this mad experience, just like in the airport. I remember I got stopped by security and they were like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm just going to play.
Was that vinyl? Yeah, as well?
No, it was Serato. It was Serato. So I had just like bag of wires in my backpack. So they just had me up. And they were like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm going to play music. I was like, they're paying you to play music.
Yeah. I had exactly the same thing. The first trip I took to Dubai, when I got that call, I was like, I'll sleep on the beach.
Anywhere,
I'll literally sleep on the beach to do this gig.
Anywhere, didn't matter. I remember, young man from Derby.
Yeah.
I played Iron Appa for the first time, and he was there, and I was there for 24 hours, and I did not sleep. I just didn't go to nothing, no hotel, nothing. We just went. I played the gig. We stayed up all night. We went out partying, and I just went straight back to the airport. Came home. It was wild.
So are you still doing the music?
A little bit, but it's a young man's sport now for me. I'm just like.
Heidi's great.
Nah. I got a couple grades. My girl likes it this time.
That's why that's mine.
I'll be like, just for men in it.
So you just touching it when you.
Yeah, man. I play. There's a couple bits of places in London that I play now and again, but now it's just if the vibe is right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
If
I fancy it, sort of thing.
That's a nice place to be.
Yeah, because it got too like. Rigid. Yeah, and just like DJing to zombies that just want to jump up at this time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And that is literally why I just left my last residency.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah, it's just
5 years in the spot.
It becomes work. It
becomes very tedious.
It becomes work, and then when it's work, it's like. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I was lucky enough to like be on the clothes and that sort of stuff.
Right, let's talk about the clothes.
Yeah, segue. Yeah, nice segue.
Because what's that about? 3 years, 4 years?
Yeah,
About
4 years.
4 years now, isn't it?
Four, yeah, nearly 5. Yeah, it's going, yeah, just doing our thing, man.
So,
trying.
like, we're talking about clothes, but we're not mentioning.
Yeah, ethics, plug, shameless plug.
It's not shameless.
Yeah, that's what we're
here to plug you.
That's what we're for. Check us out, ethics.com. Ethics without the I, so ETHCS.
Ethics clothing.
Yeah, that's us, man. We've been about for a bit. It's like started off, when I say started off, we're still there. Like, it was a vegan brand, so it was founded by vegans. We made vegan merch. Our first t-shirt just said Nagiv, so it was vegan backwards.
Yeah.
Because all the vegan t-shirt, like, because it was a time when you wanted to kind of rep because it was so new to veganism, and just being like, yo, this is the shit, like, you know what I mean? So it was like, I want everything vegan. So it was like, all the t-shirts were like aggressive, like bleeding sheep with their throat, like meat is murder and all, you know. That just wasn't our vibe. So we were just like, we should just put it backwards, and then, you know, people, it becomes a talking point.
Yeah.
So I mean, what's that? Do you know what I mean? So many people will be like, or won't even get it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kids get it all the time.
Do you know what? I'm not going to make you laugh now. Because when I first found out about it, and I saw the vegan tees and hoods, I thought, what's vegan? What does that mean?
That's what Jamie, yeah, there you go.
I was like, when the penny actually dropped and I realised it was you, I was like,
that's actually clever.
this guy's like just put a spot on it and like.
Yeah, that was actually JME.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the gang. That's gang for real. That's family now.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy because
You know what's crazy?
I grew up fanboying about that over that guy. And now he's just he wears.
You know what's crazy? Yeah. I used to work with his mum.
Really?
Yeah.
She's safe.
When I was in the Hackney.
She's super cool.
I've not seen her for years.
Man.
And she was always nice to me.
She changed the world.
Yeah.
She said her kids changed the world.
Yeah.
Like.
So that's like a mad crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's like, yeah, and he said vegan. He said vegan now I see clearer. No meat, no eggs, no cheese. Don't believe me, ask Sarah. That was a paraphrase of the bars, but we was just like, vegan, that's dope. And that was, yeah. So shouts to Jamie. We can't take no creative rights over that, but yeah, that was the flex. But now it's grown into more of like because when we became conscious of like what we was eating, putting in our bodies, whatever. But then you become conscious of what you're wearing, and now we looked into like behind the scenes in the clothing game, and you know, like what's actually going on, and like the welfare of the staff, and like pollution, and it's crazy. Like when you actually, it's like, oh, it's like the biggest polluter, one of the biggest polluters in the fashion game. It's like the inks and like just messes the planet up. So like most of our stuff is carbon neutral, organic, fair wear, fair trade. Our t-shirts are 100% organic cotton produced with or solar power. So it's like we're just being mindful of what.
You're not trying to leave that massive print that other companies do.
Exactly, because it's like we're just doing it now. Like everything's so fast now and accessible, and it's like. But soon we're just gonna be like, whoa, what shit? We're already there. Like we can't, you know, we got a big plastic issue. Like, you know, like everyone's like, yeah, plastic straws are bad, or you know, but it's like the whole plastic game is bad. So it's like, so we just became. I just became super passionate about that, and I found out about the Rana Plaza incident. So there was a sweatshop. You can't really call it a sweatshop, but a factory in India, and terrible working conditions for the staff. Had like cracks in the foundations, whatever, and been reported, and they just said no, we don't care. Like just keep making the clothes. Like we got to supply all these H&M, Primark. You know what I mean? We got. And yeah, the thing collapsed and killed thousands of people, man. And it was like, so we're very like, everything's super ethical. Everyone's paid like from the people that pick the cotton in the field to like the people that print it. Like it's all printed in England now. Yeah, that's the flex, man. I mean, I've always been super passionate about clothes. Yeah. Even like forever.
So passionate that when we started our brand, we gave him 2 T's and we said, "Oh, B, get a couple of pictures, yeah."
Oh, what you doing?
Just a couple of pictures.
Will you take it before you leave? I got
still
them.
waiting.
I got them.
I bet they're still in.
We'll take it.
They're still in plastic. We're learning. We're young. We're still learning. We're not at that stage right now.
Bro, so, I swear I saw one. Maybe I didn't send it actually. I did take it.
100% didn't send it because it'll be on our Instagram, which it's not. But anyway, so when you decided to go down the vegan track, and I'm gonna make you laugh again.
Go ahead.
I went to Nando's. Yeah. Only 10 days ago. It was the first time I've ever been to Nando's and not had chicken.
Really? Jeez, I rate that, bro. Did you enjoy it?
I did actually.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of chickpeas, but I know there's alternatives or whatever.
There's
but
a lot,
that was the first time I'd actually been to
That's
Nando's.
dope, bro.
I watched a program called Game Changer.
Yeah, that's doing bits right now.
Yeah, and it kind of, I come from a family of carnivores. Do you know what I mean? We're from Jamaica.
Of course, man.
When
I told my nan I stopped eating meat. You're sick. That's the first thing she said to me. Because like in Jamaica, you ain't eating meat. There's something wrong with you, bro.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's the Rastas I told, but like, yeah, a lot of like, yeah, they don't play that.
So like, I've gone, I think 5 full days out of the 10 where I haven't had any meat.
Jeez, yes, bro.
I did have some turkey.
Yeah.
So I'm getting there. I'm learning.
Yeah, I rate that.
I'm learning.
Game Changers has literally been a game changer. Like we've been in it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like there's that, but you know, like when I think back, there's you guys.
Yeah.
And watching you grow and watching your input into what's going on.
We was early on it.
Yeah. It just went on Netflix.
Yeah, exactly.
You
It
know
just
what I mean?
wasn't accessible. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like you had to look for it. Now it finds you. Kind of like, well, look at, we had KFC. There's KFC burger now. There's a Burger King burger.
It's mad thing,
like,
isn't it?
wild. It's like this is the most unhealthy I've been as a vegan. since veganuary started, that's what it is now. Isn't it? That's what we call it. The January has become veganuary. And since that started, there's like Pizza Hut, Burger King, KFC, Subway. Greg's got a steak bake, got a sausage roll. I just be eating shit all day. But it's wild. It's crazy that we're here now because for ages, like we just looked at being for crazy.
I'd never ever in my life considered eating tofu, ever.
Yeah,
what am I eating that bean curd for? What's that all about?
Bean curd, that's exactly what it is.
Yo, bun that man, that's not food. Do you know what I mean?
But and the Chinese been eating that for a minute and they live long.
Oh yeah, I know. But it's in my fridge.
Yeah, yes, bro. Yeah, man, you are impressing me right now.
I'm impressing myself because
and you feel good, yeah? When look good.
Kane, Shaq, Kane.
Kane, man, he's a fake meat.
But when he told me that he went down the whole track.
Yeah.
When I first saw him, I said, "What's wrong with you, bro? You look ill." I was like, "No, I'm the healthiest I've ever been in my life."
He looks good.
I'm stopped eating meat. I stopped doing this. And I was telling him the bits about it, and I was like, And they're from a carnivorous family as well.
Big time.
So barbecues back there used to be like a legend thing. Do you know what I mean?
That pork was wild.
Yeah. So like
that
for
pork
him,
was crazy.
For him to get
on
that track.
And there was a lot of people that I never thought it
long.
would. Yeah, there was a lot of people that I never thought would get, not necessarily get it, but even just like give it the time. You know, because it's such a foreign.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like it's to some people you find it naturally or whatever, but to some people it's just foreign. Like, how about you change your whole life? You know, like everything you've been doing since you were born, stop doing that. Do you know what I mean? It's such a mad concept to a lot of people. But
I think it comes down to like where you're raised, because like places like China, like the whole bean curd thing been going on for centuries.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? In Africa, and they've been eating from the ground upwards for years.
Yeah, man.
And, like, since time began, do you know what I mean? And they pick and choose what they put in their diet. But when you're born and raised in the UK or the US or
it's easy. The
big
Western
Western capitals where everything is slaughtered and slammed on a plate, and we don't really.
And you don't see it.
You don't really.
And so you don't connect. Yeah, it's like even myself, man. When I first got it, I was watching Kanye West, Made in America. I was watching him play at a live festival, and every 6 minutes this advert would pop up. Paul McCartney would just sit there looking all old, and you know, we just started talking. Every time I'm like trying to skip it, and then I left the room one time, and it must have just kept playing. And as I walked back into the room, I could hear like babies screaming, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I go over to my computer, and it's pigs in a slaughterhouse, and the advert was for Paul McCartney. If slaughterhouses had glass walls, we'd all be vegetarian. That's what it's called. Yeah. And it was just footage of pigs, and I had no idea. And I love bacon. Do you know what I mean? I love bacon at that point. But I had no idea what went into it. And I had a couple of brethren that was vegan at the time, or you know, just going down this plant-based route. And I'd never, they'd not really preached to me, but they told me about it, and I was just like, whatever. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, you're on your own path. Yeah, you're on your own path. Yeah, you do you, man. Do you know what I mean? I was that guy. Yeah. It wasn't until I was faced with it, I was like, oh shit, I can't really contribute to that no more. Do you know what I mean? I can't be like claim to be a peaceful guy or whatever and be contributing to this And that was it. Yeah, that was the switch pretty much. But yeah, it's crazy. Game Changers is.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be 100% honest, if that's me.
But the fact that you're cutting down is great.
The point that I've got from knowledge from you guys and certain things that I've watched is that less is more.
Less is more, exactly.
And I'm trying to do less,
yeah,
so I can live longer.
So you can do more, exactly. Yeah, do less
as long as I can.
Yeah, exactly, so, man. That's it. And you want to be.
That's where I'm at with it. But do you know what? If you can do it, do it.
That's it, and it's all baby steps, man. When I first went vegan, I just went vegan straight away, boom, and then failed.
Yeah.
That's why I laughed when you were talking about Kane's barbecue, because it was that fucking pork. And I remember my Benj was there with me, and we was both vegan, and we was both trying it, and we was very new to it, and we've been doing it for a minute, and then as soon as he left, I was like, yo, give me that. I feel so bad for it now. This is like 6 years ago, 7, I don't know, a long time ago. But but then I was like, when I actually felt bad about it, and I was like, oh, actually, yeah, I'm not on it. But I remember it was, but then it was a slow process of, let me just remove this, let me remove this, you know, let me stop cheese, let me stop milk, let me stop, and it was like, it wasn't until I did it gradually. A lot of people just stop, and I rate that a lot. But a lot of people, when they stop, they go back. But yeah, I mean, I did. Do you know what I mean? I failed the first time, and it's just about and that's why I'm hyped that like what the health is out, Game Changers is out, because it's just free knowledge. You know what I mean? When people watch it, they're like, oh, actually, that's crazy.
I think that got because I've watched other ones and I thought, yeah, whatever.
It's like
pull the face,
propaganda.
Shake,
yeah, I get that.
But I think what got me about that one was that it took a whole different route.
It was athletes. That's what I think it was. Yeah. And it was, you know, it was geared towards the male. And it was like
athletes, and it was the guy was from the UK, from across the sea, went to America.
Yeah, exactly. You related to it exactly, and he was a bad man.
Yeah, he's a man up.
Yeah, he's a bad man. He trains like the bad men.
Yeah,
who go and fight the bad guys. He trains them guys. Like,
so if he can even consider looking into that and getting so much from it.
Yeah, it's crazy to see people thriving the way they are. It's like my cousin plays netball, and she watched Game Changers, and she's like flying now. Yeah, flying. She just signed for Wales, but it's just literally a game changer, you know. And it's nice because I think obviously a lot of it's like compassion or what, you know. It's like, oh, you shouldn't be doing it because of, you know, this and that environment. And
it almost becomes like it's like a blackmail thing, isn't it?
For sure, man. Eco shaming. That's what it is. Do you know what I mean? And that's what. And I hate that because I get it all the time, especially when you put yourself in the firing line of, oh, we're an ethical company, and then you know you do one thing wrong.
Everybody wants to jump.
And everybody was like everybody was like, even like this sweater is made from 85% organic cotton, 15% recycled plastic bottles from the ocean, and people are like, oh, but the microfibers that are coming off the polyester in the wash are like mess. And I'm like, literally taking plastic out of the ocean and turning it into clothes. Like what more? And they're still, and that's what needs to stop. And I feel, you know, it has some ways of being right. Like it worked with the straws. You can't really get a plastic straw now. You know, and that you know what I mean. That helped.
Even like so I'm currently doing Gin and Rum Festival all over the country, doing music for them, and this year when they're doing it, they're going to be using metal straws.
I rate that, and then you can wash and use them again, man.
So they can be reused.
Yeah, exactly, so. and that's where I'm at with clothes at the minute. We just started a scheme. Because I've always been into vintage, collect vintage, like old. I've always been obsessed with. It started with old venues when we first started touring, and I can't remember what the band was. It was Motley Crue t-shirt, and it said Melkweg Amsterdam on the back, and we just played Melkweg Amsterdam, and I was like, that's dope that we played this. I was like, yo, that's fire. So then I just started like searching for old band t-shirts and stuff, and that's just like ignited this crazy. So I've just been like flipping vintage clothes for the longest time, but now with our brand, we buy back our old clothes.
Okay.
So yeah, and we just got like set prices. So it's literally you just trade it in. So you can either send us your stuff or bring it when we pop up in places, and we just give you credit off new clothes, and then we just sell it on because that's what I found is everything that we need is already here now. We've made enough stuff now. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like we've made enough now, and obviously we've been very mindful in like it's organic, but it's not. It's still a process.
Yeah.
You know, so so we just started buying back our old clothes to flip it, and we use Depop, which is a great platform. Shout out Depop. Follow my Depop as well, my personal Stretch Armstrong. But yeah, we and that's because I'm like, yeah, cool. There's so much here already.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like that is the way that a lot of stuff is going. Do you know what I mean?
So time is ticking.
Yeah,
so a couple of bits I want to get out of you is where can people catch you next? What's the next flex?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to be in London at. Oh no, I'm not anymore. I'm going to be in London 2nd of February at Plant Expo.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. But I don't really know for DJing. Book me, man. You wanted me to come play some tunes? Just holler.
I'm not booking. It's expensive.
I'll do you mates, man.
What about with the where can people
with the
buy clothing?
Ethcs.com. We're all online. Yeah, we're going to Ethcs.com, depop.com/Ethcs, Stretch Armstrong, Ethcs on YouTube, Benj and Ellis on YouTube. That's my girl. She's being quiet in the kitchen or wherever she's at. Yeah, Benj.uk on Instagram.
Good.
That's me, bro.
Good. I think we're gonna have to like catch up with you in 6 months.
Part 2. I'm down to do part 2.
Catch up
man.
in 6 months
Yeah.
and see where
back
you're
in.
going with the clothing.
Yeah.
See how this buyback thing's going. Because I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, so I think it's good, man, because it's like, and it almost makes people a bit less guilty about buying.
Yeah.
Because they know that
they're giving something
it can
back.
always come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's cool, man. I think that's the way that a lot of Nike actually just started doing it, and I'm like, you know, they got that from me.
Yeah, it's just a copyright.
I should
Should've got
just
that
sue
locked down.
Nike, man. I know we should.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that's it. Yeah, we'll do part 2 for sure. We
Yeah,
we
100%.
definitely need a bigger memory card next time.
You know, like, we've done a couple of these. Like Shout Psycho Mantis is like his one was epic.
Yeah.
If you've not seen it, jump on. I think that was episode 4. Jump in and watch Psycho Mantis. Figures on at episode 5. Omari was episode 1. Swab Bar was episode 2, and number 3 evades me for some reason. I've no idea what that one was right now in my mind.
Go back, go and have a look, like and subscribe.
That's what I was going to say, but you said it better. So follow us, follow these guys if you want to learn more about being a vegan or more about ethical clothing. If you want to buy something from either one of us, the websites are there. Go and holler at us, and catch you on the flip side on the next one. Peace.
Yes, bro. My guy. Thank you.
Yes.